There's St Peter's. Okay, kids, I'm going to take a big risk today, walking with my phone out. If anybody snatches it, put it on Facebook that this phone belongs to Matthew Wilson. There's the Civic Centre where everyone gets married. There's St Peter's. Now, if you've never been to Wolverhampton, you know Robocop 3, you know Detroit. Imagine all that on fire, and that's Wolverhampton. It's open. Church is open today. But this house here lives someone who actually signed the American Declaration of Independence. There's the war memorial. There's a few war memorials over there, but there's some girls doing something, so leave them to it. That's new. I think it's his house. Yep, button grip. I might have a sandwich in there in a bit. No, he wasn't famous for anything, but Queen Victoria's husband died very young, and she was very sad. And she wouldn't leave the house. She was very neglectful of her duties. And so to get her out and about, the people of Wolverhampton says, we've got this statue of Albert. Can you come and open it? And she went, yes, sir. Okay then. And that was her first official work as a royal since her husband died. So then everyone says we're going to build a statue of Albert so that Queen Victoria comes here. There's a few pubs here called Albert. I think there's a street called Albert. And this beaties holds some fame because it was the first one. There's a blue plaque over there. This closed down years ago, but they can't knock it down because I think it's a listed building. It might be listed. Hang on, let's have a look. And that's the wrong time. It's 6:10 on one and 10 to 1 on the other. But yeah, this was the first beaties. So it's got a blue plaque on it. Victoria Street, see? That's how they got Queen Vicky here. They says, we're going to name the street after you, name this pub after your husband. James Beattie founded on this site the Victoria Drapery, leading to the creation of Beatties. That's why it looks like a mess, because they can't knock it down, because it's unlisted. They should knock it down because it just looks horrible. It just looks horrible. And there's a blue plaque on this fast food shop because I think King Charles I stayed here one night. Yes, we are that desperate. We are that desperate for history. But King Charles stayed here one night, and so we got a blue plaque. Star and Garter stood here. And Elizabethan house where King Charles I stayed, 1642. Yeah, but one night. He only stayed the one night. The George Wallace. And it's raining. It's always raining. I like this pub here, the Gifford Arms. It's got tables shaped like coffins. And there's some big plastic demons in there. Because it's Halloween, it really goes all out for the Halloween stuff. Has that closed down? That's only just happened. And this, I think, is the oldest house in Wolverhampton. Don't quote me on that. There might be a in plaque, but let's see. Well, right now it's a cafe. Hang on. Yeah. West Midlands, opened by the mayor. 16th century framed timber house. So yes, this is the oldest house in Wolverhampton, supposedly. But I thought I'd just show you a bit of history. St John Street. At last, something not named after Prince Albert. But I hope everyone's well. Have a nice day. I've got to go in there because it's raining. Bye-bye.